Well, 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 it's time for another birthday episode, baby. Yes, is today your birthday, April 13th? Honey, you were born on the day of the iconoclast. You are an icon in the making, honey. Yes, you are. As long as you can rein in some of your insecurities, my friend. Yes, sit back, honey, while we read. Those born on April 13th tend to solve their conflicts with the world through their work. Exceptional individuals born on this day are often forced to be true pioneers, blazing new ground in an attempt to find a place in society with which they are basically at odds all the time. But even those who operate within a more mundane social context generally manifest a desire to rewrite the rules of their field, powerful in their expression. April 13th people are capable of working alone and perhaps unappreciated for years. Finally, if they are successful, they force others not only to recognize the validity of their often radical approach, but perhaps to even adopt it for themselves. If unsuccessful, they can naturally suffer from feelings of rejection or inferiority, but most likely will continue along their chosen path no matter what the world thinks of them. Less highly evolved individuals born on this day may attempt to deny their inborn talent for individual innovative actions by adopting a repressive and reactionary stance or assuming a powerful position. But strong willed April 13th people have unconventional methods which they exercise to the fullest, whether those around them accept it or not. If members of their family or friends disapprove strongly of what they see as bizarre or eccentric behavior, April 13th people generally go down one of two paths. They either internalize the disapproval of others and possibly fall ill, or fight for the recognition and acceptance that they believe that they are deserved. Those April 13th people who suffer from chronic physical ailments may, as a consequence of coping with their own problems, come to work with illness as physicians or nurses or psychological or social counselors. As for April 13th people in the second type, well, they will not give up until they have succeeded in the establishing of their worth. Possessed of unusual habits and personalities, April 13th people most often maintain a strictly private personal life, away from the world's scrutiny. This need for seclusion can be rare cases, assumed almost pathological proportions. They can become overwhelmingly private at times. Strangely enough, those born on this day may desire an individual or even several companions to join them in their living situations at home, while still maintaining their own strict laws of privacy. I don't want you to know what I'm doing, but you are more than welcome to come move on in and be my friend, boo. That would describe you. Because of their unusual nature and lifestyle, all sorts of stories about April 13th people can circulate within their social sphere. Some of those stories just may be true, dear. These rumors can cause a great deal of pain for those born on this day. They are extraordinarily sensitive to the opinions of others, since, as mentioned, they tend to be highly private individuals. Curiosity as to the nature of their private habits is likely to be intensified. People are going to become more curious about you the more private you tend to be, dear. And well, those rumors will start to circulate. But either way, let's get back to what else this book has to say. April 13th people have been outspoken in their taste and are generally open to less conventional art forms or diversions or entertainments. If they themselves are not an artist, they are often art or antique collectors. They have an eye for those apparently ordinary items, from bottle caps to brass doorknobs, which later assume great worth. Although idealist, April 13th people are realistic enough to know how to be financially successful if they choose to be. Now, those born on the 13th day of the month are ruled by the number 4 and by the planet Uranus. The planet Uranus often indicates change, perhaps jarring and sudden change, and erratic, unconventional behavior, such as a potential for instability as magnified in April 13th people by being influenced by Mars, the rule of Aries. The number 4 traditionally represents rebellion and idiosyncratic beliefs and a desire to change the rules. And thus the desire of April 13th people to shake up the status quo is strongly reinforced here. Although the number 13 is considered unlucky by many people, it is rather a powerful number, which carries the responsibility of using its power wisely, or you will incur the risk of self-destruction. I've said this for a long time. 13 just so happens to be my very lucky number. Both of my children were born on the 13th. There's supposed to be 13 months. There's supposed to be 13 apostles, honey. 13 is the number that needs to be seen. But either way, let's get back to the book. The most misunderstood card in the tarot is the 13th card of the major arcana, the Death card, which very rarely is to be taken literally, but it actually signifies the letting go of the past in order to grow beyond limitations, metamorphically, of course. Both this card and the number 4 do, however, suggest that April 13th people must guard against discouragement, delusion, pessimism, and melancholy, baby. Now let's talk about your health, honey. Those born on April 13th have to learn to deal with the disappointment and rejection, which will, at various points in their life, manifest in physical and psychological symptoms. That's right, honey. Don't let your disappointments affect you physically, because they absolutely will. You are highly susceptible to your attitude affecting your physicalness. These symptoms can range from headaches, anxiety, to deep depression. Sleep can be both a blessing and a curse for you, baby. It normally has a healing effect, but coupled with depression, it can provide a negatively oriented escape routine from your daily life. Indeed, from life itself. In this respect, honey, alcohol consumption can be particularly destructive for you. One way to deal with all these difficulties is to establish regular patterns of work and exercise. Many April 13th people are naturally athletic. Various forms of sports and physical workouts, from long walks to swimming and aerobics, honey, are recommended for you. Regularly scheduled meals and an upbeat approach to food may be the best medicine for you, baby. Now, here's a bit of advice. Make an effort to get out socially. Do not get all bottled up. Try to occasionally see the world through the eyes of others. Give freely and learn to accept generosity as well. It's okay if somebody wants to do something for you, baby. It is absolutely okay. Sometimes your pride gets in your way. Yes, baby. Sometimes your pride gets in your way. You might want to squash that today, honey. Pride does come before the fall. Now, here's a meditation for you. You can repeat this daily. On the stage of life, a change of scene can further the action. Say that with me again. On the stage of life, a change of scene can further that action. Yes, baby, sometimes you must change your mind in order to grow. Or change where you are, honey. Yes. Take a trip, take a vacation. Further your life. Join me tomorrow for another day.